A seismic shift in global politics. Trump, Putin, and the unfolding Ukrainian crisis. Good morning, and welcome to today's in-depth analysis of the rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape, dominated by the unpredictable actions of the Trump administration and its seemingly amicable relationship with Russia. Last night's address to Congress by President Trump unveiled a stunning foreign policy recalibration, one that has sent shockwaves across the international community and left many questioning the future of global stability. The president's recitation of a letter from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, offering a return to the negotiating table, coupled with his effusive praise for discussions with Russia, painted a picture starkly different from the prevailing narrative of the past 6 months. Trump's assertion that we've received strong signals that they are ready for peace, punctuated by a rhetorical flourish of "wouldn't that be beautiful?" marked a dramatic departure from the previous administration's stance. This wasn't merely a subtle shift in tone. It represented a radical, almost unprecedented realignment of U.S. foreign policy. The echoes of Kremlin talking points regarding Zelenskyy's legitimacy, the unsubstantiated claims assigning blame for the war to Ukraine, and the drastic suspension of vital military aid to Kyiv have all contributed to a reality that would have seemed implausible just half a year ago. Now, further escalating the situation, the vice president's disparaging remarks towards the militaries of traditional U.S. allies further solidify the Trump administration's seemingly unwavering embrace of Moscow as a partner in redrawing the global map into mutually agreed spheres of influence. This development has unsurprisingly been met with jubilation in Moscow. However, beneath the surface of this apparent triumph, anxieties persist within the Kremlin regarding the reliability of President Trump. Is he a genuine ally or simply a strategically useful pawn? This question forms the crux of today's analysis. To delve into the intricacies of Russia's response, I spoke with Pjotr Sauer, The Guardian's esteemed Russian affairs reporter, to gain insights into the Kremlin's perspective on the Trump administration. Are they viewing the president as a trustworthy partner or a convenient tool to advance their own agenda? Headline News, a kaleidoscope of global events. Before we delve into the complexities of U.S.-Russia relations, let's briefly examine other significant events shaping the global landscape. A tragic statistic: matricide in the UK, *A harrowing report reveals that nearly 10% of all women who died at the hands of men in the UK over the past 15 years were mothers killed by their sons. This deeply disturbing statistic has ignited calls for urgent government intervention and targeted strategies to address this specific form of violence. The implications of this finding are profound, highlighting a societal issue demanding immediate attention and effective solutions. Economic warfare, Trump's tariffs and their global impact. The Trump administration's imposition of steep tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods, alongside increased tariffs on Chinese imports, has sent shockwaves through global markets. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has vehemently condemned these actions, claiming they are designed to cripple the Canadian economy, paving the way for potential U.S. annexation. The resulting market turmoil, marked by significant drops in major stock indices, underscores the far-reaching consequences of this protectionist trade policy. The implications for global trade and economic stability remain a subject of intense scrutiny. A global scam. Millions lost to an organized criminal network. An organized network operating out of Georgia has defrauded thousands of individuals across the UK, Europe, and Canada of an estimated $35 million, £27 million, through sophisticated online scams. Leveraging fake celebrity endorsements on platforms like Facebook and Google, this criminal enterprise has targeted unsuspecting savers, highlighting the vulnerability of individuals to online fraud and the need for enhanced cybersecurity measures. The scale of this operation, revealed through a leaked database of over 1 million call center recordings, underscores the alarming sophistication of modern cybercrime. Gaza's future. A clash of reconstruction plans. Arab leaders have unveiled a $53 billion, £42 billion plan to rebuild Gaza under the administration of the Palestinian Authority. This proposal, presented at a summit in Cairo, is framed as an alternative to President Trump's controversial development plan, which has drawn significant criticism from various stakeholders. The contrasting visions for Gaza's future underscore the complexities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the challenges of achieving lasting peace in the region. The competing plans represent drastically different approaches to the critical issues of reconstruction and long-term stability. BBC under scrutiny. Allegations of bias in Gaza documentary. The BBC is facing intense scrutiny following allegations of bias and failings in the production of a documentary on Gaza. The corporation's chair has acknowledged that the perceived shortcomings in the film's creation represent a significant blow to the BBC's reputation for impartiality and trustworthiness. This incident raises serious concerns about journalistic integrity and the potential impact of perceived bias on public perception. The internal investigation and its findings will have significant implications for the BBC's credibility and its future approach to controversial issues. Russia's response to Trump's overtures, a cautious embrace. The shift in U.S. policy towards Ukraine has elicited a palpable sense of exhilaration within the Russian establishment. From high-ranking officials to Kremlin-aligned media commentators, the prevailing sentiment is one of elation, viewing this change as a momentous shift in the geopolitical balance. Dmitry Peskov, the Kremlin spokesperson, characterized this shift as a welcome alignment with Russia's vision. Pjotr Sauer's analysis underscores this sense of optimism, yet highlights an underlying layer of apprehension. While Moscow is undoubtedly pleased with the prospect of expanding its sphere of influence, historical precedents, specifically the disappointments of Trump's first term, temper this enthusiasm. The imposition of sanctions and the arming of Ukraine during his previous term serve as cautionary reminders of the unpredictability of the U.S. president. Russia's military posture, a contradiction of peace. Despite President Trump's pronouncements of peace, Russia's actions on the ground paint a decidedly different picture. The ongoing military campaign in Ukraine reveals an intensified offensive, suggesting a far cry from any sincere pursuit of a ceasefire. Dan Sabag's reporting details alarming reports of Russian troops being deployed on suicidal missions to seize territory across the Dnipro River, indicating an aggressive effort to consolidate control of the Kherson region. This contradicts the peaceful narrative being promoted by the Trump administration and casts doubt on the sincerity of Russia's professed desire for peace. The potential impact of reduced U.S. support for Ukraine, including intelligence sharing and the critical Starlink satellite communication system, adds another layer of complexity. Reports of possible Starlink access limitations linked to negotiations over critical minerals raise serious concerns about the stability of the Ukrainian defense efforts. The significance of sanctions relief, a precursor to broader cooperation. Reports suggest that the U.S. is considering easing sanctions against Russia as part of a broader effort to improve bilateral relations. This move, if implemented, would have momentous implications. Pjotr Sauer highlights the potential for closer economic ties, particularly in the realm of resource extraction and energy projects, with Russia's abundant rare minerals and the prospect of joint ventures in the Arctic region. However, such a decision could also create deep divisions within the transatlantic alliance, as European partners may not readily agree to relax sanctions, especially given Russia's ongoing military aggression. The potential fracturing of the Western alliance over this issue would be a significant development, altering the global geopolitical balance. Future scenarios, new confrontations and shifting alliances. The easing of tensions with Russia raises concerns about the potential for a renewed confrontation with Europe. A recent Finnish intelligence report cautions that, once the Ukrainian conflict subsides, Russia may refocus its influence campaigns toward Finland. This potential shift in strategic focus should not be dismissed lightly and warrants close monitoring. Speculation about a potential U.S.-Russia alliance against China is gaining traction. Some analysts believe that President Trump views Moscow as a strategic partner in a new era of great power competition. Keith Kellogg, the Trump administration's Russia-Ukraine envoy, stated that undermining the Russia-China alliance is a key objective of the new strategy. The implications of such a realignment are far-reaching and would dramatically reshuffle the existing global power dynamics. Beyond the headlines, diverse perspectives and positive notes. Amidst the often turbulent news cycle, it's crucial to remember the human stories and moments of resilience that often get overshadowed. The uplifting story of the steel pan finals in Trinidad and Tobago, a vibrant celebration of music and community, reminds us of the power of art and culture to transcend political divisions. Furthermore, literary achievements, like Miranda July's novel All Fours being longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, underscore the enduring power of storytelling and the creative spirit. The ongoing developments surrounding Ukraine, the shifting dynamics of U.S.-Russia relations, and the broader international political landscape present a multitude of challenges and uncertainties. The need for clear, nuanced, and fact-based analysis has never been more critical as we navigate this complex and ever-changing world. Therefore, staying informed and critically engaging with the news is not just important, it is essential. A concluding note: the urgency of informed engagement. The information provided in this extensive analysis serves to illuminate the multifaceted nature of the current geopolitical landscape and the profound implications of the Trump administration's evolving relationship with Russia. The consequences of these developments are far-reaching and demand our continued attention and critical assessment. The need for thoughtful engagement and informed discourse is paramount as we navigate these complex times. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let us work together to foster a more peaceful and just future.